Tonight, a seismic shock hits Japan's auto industry. Toyota and Honda are slashing production on a scale never seen before. The heart of Japan's economic engine is faltering, and the world is feeling the tremors. The world's largest car makers are halting hundreds of thousands of vehicles, sending shockwaves from Tokyo to New York. Streets that once bustled with new cars are now eerily quiet, and the ripple effect is being felt in every corner of the globe. This isn't just another supply chain hiccup. It's a crisis exposing the fragility of a system once thought invincible. The assembly lines, once symbols of relentless efficiency, now stand still, silent witnesses to a breakdown no one saw coming. The just-in-time model, once the gold standard, is now the industry's Achilles heel. What was once praised for its precision and cost-cutting has become a glaring vulnerability, leaving factories scrambling for parts and answers. The silence on assembly lines in Aichi and Saitama is a warning to the world. Even the best can break. Workers who once kept Japan's auto giants running now wait anxiously, uncertain about their future. We'll take you inside this unfolding crisis, why it happened, what it means for workers, buyers, and the global economy. From factory floors to dealership showrooms, the impact is immediate and personal. The numbers are staggering, the reasons are shocking, and the consequences will be felt everywhere. Stock prices are plummeting, and headlines warn of a new era of uncertainty for the industry. As of October 13, 2025, the decisions made in Toyota and Honda's boardrooms will echo for years. Executives face impossible choices, knowing their actions today will shape the future of global manufacturing. This is more than a car story. It's a wake-up call for global manufacturing. The interconnected world economy is more fragile than we imagined, and the lessons learned here will resonate far beyond Japan. Stay with us as we uncover the hidden truth behind this crisis. The world is watching, and the stakes have never been higher. Let's begin. To grasp the scale of this crisis, you need to know what Toyota and Honda mean to Japan. These aren't just companies, they're national icons, powering Japan's post-war rise. Toyota's vast network in Aichi and Honda's innovation in Tokyo support millions of jobs and entire communities. Their cars are global ambassadors, symbols of Japanese quality and reliability. The Toyota production system revolutionized manufacturing, setting a global benchmark. That's why these cuts are devastating, not just lost cars, but a blow to Japan's pride and stability. For decades, they weathered every storm. Now, a crack has appeared in their legendary armor. The events of recent months threaten the very model that made them world leaders. This is a wound at the nation's core. The world is watching how Japan responds. The root of this crisis? A new, ultra-specialized semiconductor, the Axion chip. Essential for next-gen vehicles, it's made by a single supplier in Taiwan and tested at one facility in Japan's Kanto region. In August 2025, the Kanto quake struck, not deadly, but devastating for the hypersensitive chip testing machinery. Overnight, the global supply of Axion chips stopped. Toyota and Honda, running lean on just-in-time inventory, had no backup. Engineers scrambled, but the chip's unique design meant no substitutes. One earthquake, one facility, and the world's auto giants were paralyzed. The pursuit of efficiency created a system with no safety net. The Kanto quake exposed a dangerous fragility at the heart of global manufacturing. The world is now paying the price. The official word came fast and grim. Toyota slashed production by 400,000 vehicles, Honda by 250,000. The impact global. Akio Toyoda called it deeply regrettable. Honda's CEO called it unprecedented. The cuts hit bestsellers, RAV4, Corolla, CR-V, Accord, cars millions rely on. Behind the press releases, a frantic scramble to manage fallout. No immediate layoffs, but no timeline for recovery either. The language is clear. This is a crisis with no easy fix. The industry's bread-and-butter models are on hold, and uncertainty reigns. The pain is just beginning. The world waits for answers.
The cuts go far beyond Toyota and Honda. They're shaking Japan's entire economy. The auto industry is Japan's backbone. When it slows, the nation feels it.
Economists warn this could shave a full percentage point off Japan's growth. Suppliers, small businesses, and local economies are already hurting. The government's emergency aid may not be enough to save struggling suppliers.
The crisis challenges Japan's reputation for reliability and exposes the risks of extreme efficiency.
Stock markets tumble, tax revenues fall, and consumer spending drops. What started as a chip problem is now a national test of resilience.
Japan's industrial heart is on edge.
Beyond the numbers and headlines, the human cost of this crisis is deeply personal and impossible to ignore. Every statistic represents a family, a dream, and a future now clouded by uncertainty.
Kenji Tanaka, a Toyota veteran, says, "The line's never been this quiet. My bonus is gone. My son starts university soon. The uncertainty is the hardest part." He's worked here for decades, but now each day feels heavier than the last. Local businesses near factories are empty. Owners fear for their livelihoods. Cafes that once bustled with workers on lunch break now sit silent, and shopkeepers count the hours until closing. If the factory doesn't work, the town doesn't work. We're all connected. The ripple effect is everywhere. Families, friends, and neighbors all feel the strain.
Companies promise no layoffs, but workers are reassigned to maintenance and training. Instead of building cars, many now spend their days cleaning machines or attending workshops, hoping for better times. Over time, pay has vanished, and anxiety is rising. For many, the loss of extra income means tough choices at home, cutting back on essentials or putting dreams on hold.
New hires and apprentices face stalled careers stuck in limbo. They entered the workforce with hope, but now spend their days waiting, unsure if their skills will ever be put to use. A young Honda engineer says, "I joined to build the future. Now I'm just waiting." His ambition is on pause, and he wonders when, or if, he'll get the chance to contribute.
The pride of building world-class cars is replaced by worry and lost momentum. The sense of purpose that once filled these factories has faded, replaced by a quiet sense of dread. Communities built around these factories are struggling to adapt. Schools, shops, and local services all feel the impact as the economic engine slows. The psychological toll is mounting. Stress, sleepless nights, and fear for the future are now part of daily life for many workers and their families. The silence on the factory floor is a stark reminder. This crisis is personal. Every empty workstation tells a story of interrupted lives and uncertain tomorrows. For many, the future has never felt so uncertain. Hopes are on hold, and the path forward is unclear. The world is watching their struggle, but for those living it, the challenge is not just economic. It's deeply human, and the outcome is still unknown. This isn't just Japan's problem, it's global.
Car buyers worldwide will face longer waits, fewer choices, and higher prices. The shortage will ripple through dealerships, shipping companies, and parts suppliers everywhere.
Competitors may try to fill the gap, but they face their own constraints. Used car prices will spike again as new cars become scarce.
Countries relying on Japanese cars, especially in Asia and Africa, will feel the pinch. The gridlock in Japan spreads through the arteries of global trade.
One chip shortage in Kanto, and the world's auto market is thrown into chaos. The crisis exposes just how fragile and interconnected our global economy has become.
The tremors from Japan are being felt everywhere.
Industry experts are calling this the just-in-time systems nightmare scenario, a situation that was once unthinkable for the world's most efficient automakers.
Dr. Elena Petrov. Toyota and Honda are logistics masters, known for their ability to keep production humming with minimal inventory. But even the best can't manage a supply that simply doesn't exist. When a single component vanishes, the whole system grinds to a halt. The Axion chip's unique role in modern vehicles left no room for error. Its absence created a ripple effect that no amount of planning could prevent. Now, everyone in the industry, from workers to executives, pays the price for this vulnerability.
Analyst Michael Chen. This opens the door for rivals. Companies that can adapt quickly or have alternative suppliers stand to gain. If the shortage drags on, market share could shift permanently, and new leaders may emerge in the global auto industry.
The crisis is also a geopolitical wake-up call, highlighting how interconnected and fragile global supply chains have become.
We've warned for years about the risks of concentrating chip production in just a handful of regions prone to disruption. Now, governments and industry leaders are likely to push for more domestic manufacturing, investing billions to secure their own supply.
The consensus among insiders? This is a true turning point for the industry, and perhaps for global manufacturing as a whole. The era of pure efficiency is ending. From now on, resilience and flexibility will be the new priorities for every company.
Toyota and Honda will eventually recover, but the rules of the game have changed forever. They'll need to rethink their strategies and invest in backup plans. The cost of resilience, extra inventory, diversified suppliers, and new technologies will now be built into every car that rolls off the line.
The world's supply chains will never be the same as companies everywhere scramble to adapt and protect themselves from future shocks. This is a lesson for every industry, not just automotive. Resilience is no longer optional. It's essential for survival in a changing world. The Toyota and Honda crisis is a global event, triggered by a single chip and an earthquake, but now reshaping the auto industry.
The future depends on how fast the Kanto facility can recover and how quickly companies adapt.
Expect delays, higher prices, and a shift toward more resilient supply chains.
For consumers, patience and flexibility are key. Dealers are struggling too.
The era of easy car buying is on hold. The world is watching Tokyo and Kanto for signs of recovery. We'll keep tracking this story as it unfolds. The decisions made now will shape the industry for years. Stay tuned for updates as Japan's giants navigate this unprecedented road ahead. For now, that's our report.